Aine began his march towards Delhi, he wrote, "Utho soye Bharat ke naseebon ko jaga do, आजादी नींद लेके है जवान लेके दिखा दो, मीनार कुतबा देखता है राह तुम्हारी, चलो उसकी बुलंदी को तिरंगे से सजा दो, क्यों लाल किला यूं रहे दुश्मन के हवाले, हर लश्कर हिंदी का वहां धूम मचा दो, और कोई ख्वाहिश ना तमन्ना मेरे दिल में, आजाद वतन हिंद में जय हिंद बुला दो." In addition to senior INA officers, there was also the unknown soldier of the INA. In the words of Muhammad Zaman Kiani, he may have been an ex-POW who took up a rifle once again after having put through the shame of surrender. He may have been a petty trader from Burma, a shopkeeper from Thailand, or a labourer from Malaya, and they had come at Netaji's call. A leader who himself was always prepared to face all the dangers and also go through all the hardships that his men were to face. We knew such an unknown soldier, Naga Sundaram. We used to call him Ogoti Goti Sundaram, for his iron training was so good that there was almost nothing that was beyond his accomplishment. Despite responding positively to Shishi Kumar Bose's repeated invitations, Mia Akbar Shah, Muhammad Zaman Kiani, Habibur Rahman and Shaukat Malik were unfortunately unable to cross Radcliffe's partition line. During a thaw in relations between India and Pakistan, another distinguished INA officer, Raja Muhammad Ashraf, was able to come from Lahore in 1996. You will find his notes written down from memory of a speech delivered by Netaji in Singapore in October 1943. When we march one by the side of the other, one getting killed and shedding his blood by the side of the other with Jai Hind as his last words. उसने तो गजब किया, आगे ही पलट दिया, भर दिया जय हिंद के नारे से आसमान। सुनो रे सुनो, सुनो रे सुनो देश के हिंदू मुसलमान, सुनो बहन भाई सुनो, सुनो नौजवान, ये सुभाष की कथा सुनो रे। जय हिंद।
Netaji 126th birth anniversary number. You can pick it up in a bookshop which is by the front gate. The other publication is a really special one. It's just been published by Orient's Black Swan. It's titled Abid Hassan Safrani, Netaji's Comrade in Arms. It's a book compiled by Professor Ismat Mehdi and Shahbaz Safrani, and it's about Abid Hassan's struggle alongside Netaji and the rest of his very successful and colourful life. Can I now invite Professor Ismat Mehdi to briefly address the Netaji to say?
The captain shouting, "Dive, dive, dive," uncle would describe how nothing would distract Netaji, nothing, even when it was a matter of life and death. Fighters gave their all for the country. The new generations are thankless and take their freedom for granted. Shumatra Bose summed up Netaji's contribution very succinctly in his lecture today, and he said that never has India been so united in the past, nor is it at present as when Netaji. This considerably raises the importance of our book. Many thanks to you from our family, and above all for releasing our book. Jai Hind.
I'm here by chance, and I got this opportunity. Thank you, thank you, Shumanta. My connection with this place they explained, and I think of Krishnaji all the time. I'm very happy to be here, and one of us should say Vande Mataram. So I'm also delighted to see the friends from Japan, because I remember, I'm going to say that I will begin in a personal way to say it gives me great pleasure to say happy birthday to our local boy gone truly global, Netaji Subhas Chandra. When I was in Japan in 2000, I've been to Japan many a time, but in 2007, when I was lecturing at Hitotsubashi University, I was lecturing on a literary topic. But the faculty, the audience, and people from outside the academy kept me busy for an hour and a half asking me questions about Subhas Chandra Bose. So when I say global, I mean global. It was just wonderful, I must say. Beautiful. Of minority rights on this important occasion. In Shankar Ghosh's poem Mati, or Earth, the protagonist is not just a victim, but a carrier of the essence of democracy, other people. Democracy is other people. The world is my guest, dunya amar mehman, she will say. Shankar was a caste Hindu, like me. By line 7, with the word Mahfil, you will hear the poem, he attempts to speak as a Muslim. And right at the end, bringing in the metaphor of society as a trial by fire, or viparita, where the protagonist, the female protagonist, would have to prove a relationship to the earth in open court, imati amar. We prove a relationship to the earth in open court. There is a distinct feminization of the poem's voice as a Muslim Sita on fire trial by Ram, the king of modern India. আমারই তো পাশে পাশে জেগেছিল অজয়ের জল, আবারও সে নেমে গেছে আমারই চোখের ছোঁয়া নিয়ে। কোণে পড়ে থাকা ওই দালানে দুপুরে ভাঙা থামে, আমারই নিঃশ্বাস থেকে কবুতর তুলেছিল স্বর। শালবন পেরোনো এ খোলা মাঠে মাহফিল শেষে নিথর আমারই পাশে শুয়েছিল প্রতিপদে চাঁদ। তোমাদের পায়ে পায়ে আমারও জড়ানো ছিল পা, তোমরা জানোনি তাকে, ফিরেও চাওনি তার দিকে। দুধারে তাকিয়ে দেখো, ভেঙে আছে সবগুলি সাঁকো। কোনখানে যাবো আর যদি আজ চলে যেতে বলো? গোধূলি রঙিন মাচা, ও পাড়ায় উঠেছে আজান, এ দাওয়ায় বসে ভাবি দুনিয়া আমার মেহমান। এখনো পরীক্ষা চায় আগুন সমাজ, এ মাটি আমারও মাটি, সে কথা সবার সামনে কিভাবে প্রমাণ করবো আজ? The last thing that we have spoken of is gender. You have heard enough about the Jhansi Kirani regiment. You have heard about Lakshmi Saigal and the others. So there's not much that I could end here, but I could add here. But I will say that gender and transgender equality of rights is something that is very important again today. We must emphasize this today, not just thinking of the wonderful past that Netaji created. Here, all we need to do is to follow the powerful example of the late Krishna Bose, my Krishna Devi.